can even harp on defense, saying they're one of the best in the country, but when you harp on it, and the club is that good, give up 36 and give up another 8 balls.
Really disappointing. Guys are disappointed. I'm really disappointed that, we didn't have them prepared better than that. They jump on us early there, and, we made a nice comeback, and then, had a 3-minute, waiting for the 4-minute TV timeout, and I made a mistake there, waiting for that. So just too many mistakes by the players, by me, to beat a good team. But defensively, we're not going to be successful giving up that many easy baskets. I mean, Love had a tremendous game. He's a tremendous player, but some of the looks we gave him were just way too easy. So really disappointed, and we're just going to have to get better.
You guys match their intensity at all? I feel like from the jump they just wanted to make it physical and intense.
Well, the way the game was called, you're just going to have to bend your knees and be more physical, and we had a hard time adjusting that at first. But no, we started getting on the boards after a bad start. They got a couple offensive rebounds early, and then we started getting back on the boards, starting to compete a little bit better there. But again, you score 78 points, and we had bad turnovers, which led to some really easy baskets for them. But the bottom line is we got to guard better. And they're a very good offensive team. All their players, are skilled and know their roles. Tom does a great job getting them where they're supposed to be. But still, defensively, you got to be better than that.
Tell us what happened to Keyshawn?
He's at the hospital getting tests right now, and so we'll know for sure, but it didn't look good.
Dana, when you came out on the court to check on him, you had a really, seemed like a really visceral reaction to seeing him on the floor. What did you see, and just what was...
And I don't know if I can say, for individual health reasons or, the laws or whatever. It wasn't good. So that's all I can say.
Just given what the team's been through this season with injury, I mean, not only it being difficult for the team to see him go down and be injured, but just can you speak to sort of the emotions that the team's feeling from that?
Basketball's a great game. It's a fun game. It's the one bad thing, knee injury or wrist injury, foot, whatever. It takes away from the fun, and these guys come here to have fun and compete and play, and injuries are the one thing that really takes away from the fun. And seeing him like that, he had the plantar fasciitis last year that he tore, and he missed a bunch of the season, and so I got bad ankles. So I when I see bad ankles, it makes my stomach cringe. But he's, he really was playing good. He really got a flow going there, and just really sad to see it.
Did you hit that shot at the end of the first half? Looked like you're taking some momentum into the locker room. What was the message at that point? And then obviously you had to have been disappointed to come out and have them go out.
Yeah, well, the message was we got to quit turning the ball over. I think we had 11 turnovers at half. We got to handle the ball better, fellas. We got to get some stops. 45 points is way too many. And I think they scored the first 3 possessions of the second half. We took a couple questionable shots. So again, we made too many mistakes, defensively, offensively, coaching, to beat a good team. And like I said, I held on to that second timeout too long. I should have taken one earlier there. Defensively, I don't know what we could have changed, but we've got to find something because what we're doing now is not good enough.
And what makes them particularly challenging under Tommy? And I realize it helps to have very good players, but whether it's Matherin or Tabellus or now Love, 3 to 4 meetings, they've had some pretty big individual performances and scored north of 80 points. Now you also had a game in there where you held them like 60 something and blew them out here last season. But
Yeah, no. I mean, bottom line, Matherin's pretty good NBA player. Tabellus had a big game against us. Love's probably going to be a pretty good NBA player. They're pretty good players. But defensively, you're right. We did a poor job on them, and you're not going to beat those 3 teams that we played the last 3 years if you don't play well defensively. And we had a pretty decent effort defensively here, holding them to 68 last year. And when the score got in, they got 90 at their place or whatever. I mean, we've played them twice down there, and this is the second time we've played them here. When the score gets up like that, that's their athletes and their ability to score have taken over.
Did they do anything defensively to sort of rattle you guys at times? It seemed like offense seemed like it was a lot more rushed than you guys.
Well, their pressure and their physicality, probably did speed us up a little bit. We had, some poor shot selection. Obviously, the turnovers, especially in the first half, really hurt us. But no, they just got after us, and we didn't do a good job of adjusting to the pace of the game.
When you saw how they lost the other night, did you figure they'd come out with a little more fire?
Oh, yeah. I mean, competitive teams hate losing. And as coaches, we always, we're going to get ready for every game the same, and you try to. But, their focus as players, they listen a little bit more after a loss. When they're winning, they listen to everybody else. But when they lose, then, well, what's the answer? And so they listen a little bit more after a loss.
Have you guys focused on hitting the reset button and getting ready for what will be a big road trip this week?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
How do you guys focus on hitting the reset button and just getting focused on what's a big road trip this week?
Yeah, we just take tomorrow and try to regroup, and we'll go. We got the LA schools this week, so it's obviously a big road trip. We're going to have to play well, and guys just have to regroup and get ready to go. Basketball season's a long season, a lot of ups and downs. This is a big down, so they will have to fight back, but we're all judged by how we overcome adversity. When times are good, everybody's good. When times are bad, you got to find a way to bounce back. So hopefully our guys will regroup and we'll get some good leadership, and we'll be ready to go on Thursday.
What kind of spark did Altman give off the bench for you today?
Well, got some deflections defensively and did some good things, especially in that first half. Missed a couple easy shots at the rim and had a couple bad turnovers, but no, I thought defensively got some deflections and steals that really helped us out.